Hi, this is Autumn 12. I'm coming to you this evening from the popular mobile game Bloodlines Heroes of Lethus. We want to welcome everybody to our newest podcast event called Tea Time, where we will be focusing on getting to know some of the players from around Lethus that some of you may have seen on the leaderboards or have actually fought against during events. I want to give a warm welcome to my co-hosts, UchihaMegatron and Rugherlun. Hopefully I didn't butcher your names too badly. Gentlemen, thank you both so much for joining me this evening and being such good sports and offering to help out with this new podcast. We really appreciate it. I thought we could just start off maybe by each of you introducing yourselves and telling the players a little bit about your journey here since you joined Bloodlines Heroes of Lethus. Uchiha, would you like to go first?
Sure. My in-game name's UchihaMegatron. I started on, I believe it was server X285, and I've been playing about 2 years.
And whereabouts are you playing now?
The server merged, so now I believe it's 278. It merged a few months ago, so I don't really pay attention to the server name anymore.
It gets complicated and tricky. And is it okay to call you Rug?
Yeah, I think for everybody it's much easier to say Rug, innit? But yeah, hello, I'm Rugherlun.
How is the pronunciation, the real pronunciation?
I say Rugherlun, yeah, but I appreciate it when not everybody has my spicy accent, so it doesn't quite sound the same. So Rug sounds good when it comes from people. But yeah, I'm Rugherlun. Just here to inject some northern. All right. Yeah, just here to inject some northern soul into proceedings. I started off on server X255, playing about 2 and a little bit years. Been in a few different guilds, but currently living it up in Hidden Leaf, and looking forward to a good season at GC.
Excellent. Yeah, we love all the players in Hidden Leaf. We know quite a few of them here. I'm Autumn 12, and I started probably within the first few weeks that the game was available. I managed to be on server, I think it was X279, I want to say, and the guild I joined was called Den. And my very first guildmate was the infamous Romules. And after we had a merge, I believe we were X53, hence our guild name, District 53, and we got a merge at that time. So pretty much been in lane for a couple of years now. Let's see, what else we talk about this evening. What would you say your favorite event or game mode is in Bloodlines Heroes of
Lethus? For me, I really like Beast Feast. You know, it's a chance for free-to-play players to, maximise gains with diamonds, and you can get some pretty good stuff to help your account. I think my favourite game mode has to be GC. I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with it. You love to play it when you're winning.
As we all do, yes.
And you hate to play it when you get stomped on. So it's one of those. But no, I'd have to say GC and Beast Feast. Just can't really beat the classics, can you? What about you, Mega?
No.
I mean, before they took it away, I really enjoyed the fishing event, and then obviously we know what happened at Christmas time. So out of the events we have now, I would have to say that
man,
Beast Feast is kind of my favorite. You do get the best, in my opinion, the best rewards. Not everybody likes Beast Feast because they may have the sprite that they offer maxed out at the time, and being a newer person in the game, I never maxed a bunch of sprites out. So Beast Feast is usually how I gain a bunch of power, fairly quickly.
Definitely. That was too soon, mentioning the infamous fishing event. I am also a GC, a Guild Conquest addict, unfortunately. I'm not sure what it is about that particular game mode that is so super frustrating, and yet we keep coming back for more. Probably a little bit of masochist or sadist. But, so yeah.
I think I like it just because it's that moment of when you finally beat someone that you've been trying all GC round to beat, and it happens, and it's fantastic, and you chase that peak for the rest of the game mode.
Yes.
And then 2 seconds later, they'll change the layout of the team, and you're back to getting spanked again. So I think that perfectly encapsulates the highs and lows of GC.
Yes. The roller coaster of emotions you go through. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. To quote a famous saying.
Yeah, we've got a literature scholar over here.
For sure. Is there any helpful tips or advice that you can think of to pass along to new players that are starting the game? Like something you wish somebody would have told you when you were first starting that would have saved you a whole bunch of difficulties later on? Off the top of my head, I can think of, I didn't realize how important intimacy was going to be in raising the intimacy levels and how that affects so many of the game modes. And that's something I wish I would have known about and focused a lot more in my early on building of my account, because if it's not up to par, you're always going to be slightly behind everybody else, even if you've been playing the same amount of time.
Yeah, I think you took the words out of my mouth. For ages, I was wondering why I was sort of lacking against people who I'd played a comparable amount of time for, spent about a similar amount of money. And then when I remembered I needed to pay attention to intimacy, it all sort of made sense. And I'm still trying to recoup that initial lackadaisical attitude where I need to build it back up. What about you, Tyler? What do you reckon?
Well, I agree with the intimacy aspect, because like Rug, I kind of lacked on that in the beginning. But a person told me at one point in time, because in the very beginning of the game, you will be starved for gold. So when you get your district champions up, so there's a handful of the I would say starter champions, or ones that you can get access fairly easy without having to do the summoning event when it comes out. Like the Folgers, I think it's the male Griffin. You put the traits on them that gives you the stuff that adds. They make more gold for you per minute. So once you get your gold up, you'll kind of ease that. I need more gold. I need chests. I need this, because even in the beginning when you open a chest, it's based on your amount of gold per minute, not just some magical number that's hidden in the game. It's based on what you actually can make per minute, is what those 10-minute or 1-hour chests actually give you when you open them. So obviously,
that's an excellent point.
Yeah, because when you're starving for gold, you're opening those chests. But if you have low districts, then you're not maximizing chests.
You bang for your buck, pardon the pun.
Exactly.
And it's driving, the other mechanisms and how they perform as well. Especially now, it's directly tied to the celestial bonds, correct?
Yeah, now that we've got those back open, it's made gold super relevant again. Yeah, it's another one of those things where I'm like, oh, maybe I should have paid a bit more attention to sorting this out, as Mega said. I also think listening, and it sounds corny as anything, but just listen to people who've been doing the game longer than you, or who've put the time in to figure everything out. Because there's nothing more helpful than someone coming along and saying, actually don't bother with this champion, it's still not performing to expectations, or we're not sure whether this trait is going to be a game changer. And then it just helps you know what to focus on. When everything seems new and shiny and exciting, it gives you a target for that impulsivity to go after.
Yeah. And not wasting your resources, right? In a way that, if you could manage them in a bit better way, and if somebody had have explained that to you from the beginning, you could have handled your resources a little bit better
Yeah,
with more
exactly.
efficiency. Hmm.